Hi guys, Dustin Merritt here again. What I've done is I've taken my 20 videos and I've compiled them into 2 separate longer videos so that you don't have to click a lot of links and wait for a long load time. Once you've watched the first 10, just click the link and you can watch the next 10.
One of the most common questions I get asked is, can I freeze my seeds? The answer is yes, but let me explain. At the Svalbard, Norway Global Seed Vault, they keep their seeds at an average temperature of 18 degrees below freezing. Most of us don't have freezers that go that low or that maintain such a constant temperature. But by freezing your seeds, you can triple or quadruple their seed life. Remember, every 6 degrees you drop below room temperature will double the life of your seeds. But if you're going to put your seeds in the freezer, you need to make sure that they're protected from moisture and from light. So they need to be in some sort of container that doesn't let any light in when you open the freezer, and they also need to be in some sort of container like a glass or metal or foil-lined bag that stops all moisture. How do I know that the seeds I'm buying are non-hybrid? First, let me explain what a hybrid seed is. Hybrid seeds are developed from the seeds of 2 distant and distinct lines of the same plant species. So, although they were a boon to farmers during the Depression, the requirements and characteristics of hybrid seeds typically spark controversy. The reason is simple. Most hybrid seeds are sterile. Or rather, if you save seeds from a hybrid plant, the seeds are sterile. So, if you even can find a hybrid seed that isn't sterile, saving your own seeds is usually illegal. Because of this, when I'm purchasing seeds, I always make sure that I purchase seeds that have the highest possible germination rates. This careful testing virtually guarantees that the seeds you're getting are not weak hybrid varieties. How long will my seeds last after I open the package? Normal seeds come packed in simple paper envelopes. If you keep those cool and dry, you can usually make them last a year or 2. However, seeds packaged in foil-lined bags, metal containers, or glass jars can last many times longer. However, once a seed package has been opened, if you keep it cool and in a moisture-free environment, as well as without any light, they can continue to remain viable for years. Again, it's all how you treat the seeds after you've opened that packaging. How long can I save my seeds for? Well, each variety of seed will last for a different amount of time. A good rule of thumb to follow is that the bigger the seed, the longer it will live. So things like squash and beans and corn typically last a lot longer than, say, a teeny little seed like maybe celery or lettuce. This rule of thumb, though, can be helped along with proper storage and packaging. So if you take care of your seeds, you can double, triple, or quadruple their normal seed life. What other items besides seeds should I be stockpiling? While this question doesn't directly have to do with seeds, I think it's very, very important. I've lived through 2 hurricanes, one of which completely destroyed my house with me in it, as well as a few fairly big blizzards, floods, ice storms, and other unnatural disasters. I've had a few ideas about what's most important from a preparedness standpoint, and although I'm not an expert on preparedness, and I know the common advice is food, water, shelter, and I agree with those things, there's one thing for me that has made a huge difference in every single survival situation that I've been in, and I've actually been in quite a few. As a 10-year-old, lying under bed in water up to my ears, listening to the howling winds tear apart my house, the single shining beam of light that came from my mother's flashlight, even though it was showing me the horrors of what was happening around me, it grounded me and it helped to calm me. Similarly, when the lights go out and everything's dark, some form of light will bring back man from the Stone Ages. While I can't discount the long-term importance of clean water, good food, shelter, warmth, and those things, I would suggest stockpiling flashlights, both those dinky, shaking LED lights that you get, as well as the brighter hand crank and battery-operated types. Okay, back to the seed-related questions. Where do my seeds come from? Because every seed represents a tiny miracle and a lifeline for your family, you need to make sure that you know where that seed is coming from. I personally select all of my seeds from family growers here in the Midwest. As an added advantage, because I live at a higher elevation than most people in the country, most of our seed varieties grow bigger, better, and faster when we send them out to other parts of the country that may not have such high altitude. How do I know if my seeds will grow where I live? This is a very important question. When you're purchasing seeds from a big box store, you aren't really guaranteed that your seeds will grow in your climate. The best advice that I can give you is to talk to your local gardeners and find out what successes and failures they've experienced. The seed varieties that I send out have been specifically selected for their ability to grow anywhere in North America. And because here in Idaho we have long winters and short hot summers, when I send out seeds, they adapt well all over the country. If non-hybrid seeds germinate so well, then why do you send out so many in a package? Do I really need thousands of seeds of each different variety? The first time I got asked this question, I thought it was a trick. But then I realized that many people really wanted to know why I send out thousands of seeds per packet instead of just 50 or 100 like some of the other so-called bulk seed suppliers. Well, 50 or 100 seeds may be enough for a normal year when you can go to the grocery store to supplement your home garden. In an emergency situation, you need to be able to grow lots more food as well as share or trade your seeds with neighbors. In this case, more really is better. How do I know how good the seeds I'm buying really are? None of us really wants to go home with a 12-pack of pop or soda depending on where you live and find out that only one of the cans has pop in it. The same should go with seeds. Many reputable seed sellers will print recent germination rates within the past 6 months right on the seed packages, so you know what you should expect to be able to grow. While the average germination rate is typically 50 to 65%, I personally will only buy or sell seeds that have germination rates in the 85 to 99% range. Seeds with a germination rate lower than 50% should be avoided at all costs. They're just not worth it. What is a germination test and why is it so important? A germination test is the industry standard way of testing how many seeds will germinate or grow in typical conditions. A random sample of seeds from each field is taken and sprouted in dishes to see how many grow in the expected amount of time. If, for example, 500 out of 1,000 seeds grow, then those particular seeds have a 50% germination rate. Similarly, if 950 out of 1,000 grow, then those seeds have a 95% germination rate. This is the gold standard for testing any seeds and knowing what to expect out of the seeds you've purchased.
I hope you enjoyed those 10 videos. Once again, if you have any questions or comments or anything that I didn't share or could have explained better, feel free to email me directly and I will do my best to answer you. I appreciate it. And remember, it's not about getting seeds, it's about getting prepared.